but in respect of time, Your Excellency, I see there is a Gen Z, Nick Karaoke. We probably would give you a chance later, depending how we finish our time, but we want to recognize that everybody has a space. And His Excellency Rigiji had told us not to censor anyone. He is recognizing that we live in an area or a government that wants everything to be told like sycophants. That's not who this gentleman is. He wants people to have the freedom to participate and to feel accommodated. So, Gen Z Karaoke will give you a chance, perhaps towards the end, to hear your question. I'll be quite fast because time has moved quite a bit. All protocols observed. Your Excellency, my name is Alex Karundu. I am the Chair Emeritus of KDAC. The lady that spoke at the beginning was elected upon my end of term. I am a proud servant and a hero of this diaspora of Dallas, Texas, and the larger US. I've lived in this country for some time. But above all, I'm also a patriotic Kenyan, a son of Kiambu County, and proudly going to be a candidate under DCP party for the Kiambu Township Member of Parliament. I feel I've served in this city quite a bit. And I think a time when we realize how many Togeges, for those that may not understand the name Kagege, we were told yesterday by His Excellency is one level below a moron. Imbecile, something. Something. He said it very well. So we have a lot of them back home, with all due respect. But we do want to ensure that when His Excellency comes to the government, he's surrounded by people of intelligence, people who can argue, who can participate in the democratic process of our country, and above all, will govern from a center place of knowledge. I also do recognize, currently we have a member of parliament with us. I will give the duty of inviting His Excellency to you, Mheshimiwa. Maybe I should repeat this. When I say DCP, tuseme sikiza ground. DCP! Nikisema harambe tuseme nini? Harambe! Nikisema Kenya moja tuseme yes we can. Kenya moja? Yes, we can. Kenya moja? Yes, we can. Excellency, People's Deputy President, history is more than path left by the past. It influences the present and can shape the future. We meet today here in Dallas as patriotic Kenyans, first to show our unwavering love for our motherland. We declare here now that Kasongo is not Kenya. And Kenya is not Kasongo. Kenya is bigger than an individual. We saw one time when he said, Kama siko Kenya na hakuna Kenya, Mr. President, you are dead wrong. Kenya belongs to all of us. We are only pass-by, caretakers of our country. Many years later, most of us will be gone, 50 years, 100 years, but Kenya will remain for our children. So here as well, Mr. President, from here in Dallas, we are acutely aware Kenya is more than you. Kenya belongs to all of us, from the coast of Indian Ocean to the northern border of Mandela, to western north, to Lake Victoria, southern border of Namanga. We are one Kenya, indivisible, undefeated. We are Kenya one. Na tu Kenya ni yetu sisi wote. From brothers to sisters, cousins to shemejis, we are one Kenya. Excellency, Pastor Dolcas, and our dear Deputy President, People's Deputy President. We want a country that governs by a rule of law. We want a country that will end abduction. We want an end to corruption, nepotism, and cronyism. We want a government that is comfortable with its Gen Z, a government that can listen to its citizen, a government that is not too fragile for a different opinion, a government at peace with its diversity, and a country that can take care of its unborn children, its toddlers in schools, and can take care of its aging population. Finally, Your Excellency, as I beg to borrow a bit of your time, I'm acutely aware this is not my day, but at my age, close to 60, I know this doesn't happen so often. So I'm going to steal one more minute from your speech, Your Excellency, for your time. And I will end this by asking the 2 years left for this government that is placed today, because they have been saying there is a backdoor, people trying to put them out of power unconstitutionally, which is another diversionary tactics. We are all Democrats, and His Excellency, Rigiji said it, nobody really wants to take him out of power unconstitutionally. But 2 years is too long. May we ask you, Mr. President, and your sycophants to recount your recent shoot-to-kill order. If you continue it in the next 2 years, we might not have a population to vote, and we need them. Mr. President, do not take free education from our children. Our parents are already suffering from your failed economic policy. They cannot afford to dip their pocket further. Keep the education the way you found it. We'll improve on it when we come back. Improve the university funding program or return it to a former model. It's bringing confusion and uncertainty. Mr. President, scrap the contentious SHE and SHA health programs. Either you improve on UHC that was already on rollout from the previous administrations, or just return it the way you found it. Tutaifanyia sisi wenyewe tukiingia. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be scrapped. It doesn't need billions to be scrapped and renamed. 104 billion is too much to change a name NHIF to SHISHA. We can do better. And finally, Ruto, stop showing a seed of disunity within the church by assembling corrupt men of color in an attempt to forcefully build a 1.2 billion chapel, a state house, which is a unifying house. This is not Sugoi home. State house belongs to all of us Kenyans. And Kenyans are people of all faith and creeds. If anything, if we were to look at priorities right now, we see our children go in mud schools, being rained on in hot suns and wet weather. 1 billion can build schools and classes, let alone 1.2 billion to be put in a church. What will happen if a Muslim take over a state house along the line of our history? Would they put a Muslim, inaitwa nini, mosque? What about a Hindu? What will happen? Wataweka temple. Na wale ambao hawana sababu wako tu, watazibomoa. Tuache mchezo Buana. Keep our state house the way we know it. As an alternative leader, Your Excellency, today, it's fallen upon you to speak truth to power on behalf of all Kenyans, to tackle the economic turbulence at home, to protect the health of those without wealth, and to seek that precious balance between security, which is too often threatened, and human rights, which are too often denied. Our dear Rigiji, history is not the burden of you or any man or woman alone, but you have met some special share of its challenges in the last 1 year. It's a duty that you have discharged with dignity, determination, and distinction that are widely admired. As Abraham Lincoln once observed, that near all men can withstand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. What you have shown us when you were deputy president is resilience, adherence of call of service, your tenacity to keep this government running under observation with minimal resources can only make us do better. Finally, my people, running a campaign is not a beauty contest. Mimi nawaomba tu kama wa Kenya. While our Gen Zs are giving their ultimate prize in Kenya, shall we please reawake the spirit of supporting to the cause of our justice and rule of law in Kenya by donating to various programs that will end up the despotic government of Kasongo. We'll be rolling out a few programs. We want you, from your comfort of your seat, please donate. We have seen what donation to political power does in this country. $5 brought in Obama. I don't know what brought in the current, but I do know there was money. Please, there is a number that we'll share with you. We are working with the DCP party, to see what we can be able to enhance the donation processes. Zikikuja tafadhalini, na waomba kwa heshima. Tusaidiane, tutoe serikali ya Kasongo. Amechukua pesa mingi kumtoa si kidogo hivi, tahitaji a lot of resources. Mtakubali? Are you willing? Yes. Na mimi kama mtoto wenyu mtanikubali niende kusaidia mzee wetu? Yes. Na moko nyiterera. Thie Kiambu. Torute togege. Nyitire muthuri uyu. Ngai amurathime na mwike wega twi hamwe. Let me call Mheshimiwa Muriu so that he can have the distinction honor to invite His Excellency. Na wapenda nyote.